Given that 4 times x squared plus 6 over 1 minus 2x times 2 plus x squared is identical to a over 1 minus 2x plus b over 2 plus x plus c over 2 plus x squared. Part A, find the values of the constants a and c and show that b equals 0. So partial fractions question. Let's first get a common denominator. So the a fraction, that's over 1 plus 2x. So I've already got the 1 plus 2x there. I just need to multiply by the 2 plus x all squared. So if I times the numerator by 2 plus x squared and times the denominator by 2 plus x squared. Now this denominator matches up with this denominator. Right, let's look at the b term. So the b is already over 2 plus x. So I've already got one of these 2 plus x terms. I need the other 2 plus x so that I get a 2 plus x squared. And I also need the 1 minus 2x. Now my denominator here matches up with the denominator here. Right, now let's move to the c term. The c is already over the 2 plus x squared, so it's already over this. We just need the 1 minus 2x. Now this denominator is the same as this denominator. So every term on the right-hand side has got the same denominator as the left-hand side. Therefore, the numerator on the right-hand side has to equal the numerator on the left-hand side. So let me write that out underneath. The 4 times x squared plus 6 has to equal the a times 2 plus x squared plus b times 2 plus x times 1 minus 2x plus c times 1 minus 2x. Right, I need to find the values of a, b and c that make this true. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let x equals minus 2. The reason I've chosen x to be minus 2 here is so that this term becomes 0 and this term becomes 0. The 2 plus minus 2 will be 0 in both of those cases, and therefore that will allow me to work out the c term easily. So substituting the minus 2 on the left-hand side, I get 4 times minus 2 squared plus 6. The minus 2 squared is plus 4, plus the 6 is 10, times the 4 is 40. So the left-hand side is 40. On the right-hand side, the a term and the b term are 0. And so we just get left with c times 1 minus 2 times minus 2. The minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. One plus 4 is 5. So we end up with c times 5 is 40. Therefore, c has to be 8. Right, so we know the c term. Let's now make another substitution. This time I'm going to pick x as 1/2. The reason I've picked 1/2 is that's going to make this term become 0, because the 2 times the half is 1, and then the 1 minus that will be 0. So both of these terms will become 0, and I'll be able to work out the a term easily. So if I substitute the 1/2 in, I get 4 times 1/2 squared plus 6. Working that out, I'm going to get 25. So that's equal to 25. On the right-hand side, I get a times 2 plus 1/2 squared. 2 plus 1/2 is 5 over 2. Squaring that, 5 over 2 squared, I get 25 over 4. We can see there that a has to be 4. Right, we just need the b term now. Now, there's no substitution that we can make to work out the b term, but what we can do is compare coefficients. So what that means is, imagine if I were to expand everything out. I'm not going to expand everything, but imagine if I did. What numbers would be in front of the x squared terms? So on the left-hand side, I'd have 4 times x squared. So I'd have a 4. On the right-hand side, I'd have an x times x, which is x squared, multiplied by the 4, so a 4x squared. Then I would have a x times minus 2x, so that's going to be a minus 2x squared, multiplied by the b would be minus 2b x squared. And then looking at the third term, well, expanding this, I'd get 8 minus 16x. So there's no x squared terms there at all. If I take the 4 away from both sides, I get minus 2b is equal to 0. Therefore, b equals 0, which was what we needed to show. Right, so we have done part A of this question, and we have managed to split this fraction up into 2 fractions. We have got the 4 over the 1 minus 2x. The b is 0, so actually this is not there at all. And then we've got the 8 over 2 plus x squared. Right, part B. Hence, or otherwise, finds the series expansion of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand this, then we're going to expand this, and then add our 2 answers together. In order to expand them, we're going to use the formula. So let's remind ourselves what that is. It's that. This is what you're given in the formula booklet. So I need to rewrite them both as 1 plus x to the power n. Right, so let's start with that first. The 4 over 1 minus 2x. Now I could rewrite that as being 4 times the 1 minus 2x to the power minus 1. Now I can use the binomial formula for this quite easily because I've got the 1 there, which is what I need. So my n is minus 1 and my x is minus 2x. So leave the 4 there for now. And let's do our binomial expansion up to the x squared term. So the first term is 1. The second term is n, which is minus 1, times x, which is minus 2x. Our second term is n times n minus 1 divided by 1 times 2 times my x squared. Right, let's simplify that. Leave the 4 at the front for now. The 1 can stay as it is. Minus 1 times minus 2x is plus 2x. Minus 1 times minus 2 is plus 2. Divided by 2 is just 1. And then the minus 2x squared is plus 4x squared. Multiply through by 4. Oops. So yeah, 4 times the 2x is 8x. The 4 times the 4x squared is 16x squared. So this is the same thing as this. So let me copy that down. Right, let's now do exactly the same thing with the second fraction, the 8 over the x, 8 over the 2 plus x all squared. So again, I need to first of all rewrite it as 8 times 2 plus x to the power minus 2. Now in this case, I'm not allowed that to be a 2. That has to be a 1. So I'm going to factorise that 2 outside. Leave the 8 there for the moment, and factorising the 2 outside, I'll get 2 to the power minus 2, because the 2 will still be to that power. Even when you take it outside the brackets, it has to be to the power. And on the inside, I'd be left with a 1 now, because the 2 divided by the 2. And the x divided by the 2 to the power of minus 2. Now, 2 to the power minus 2 is 1/4, 1 over 4. When you do 8 times 1/4, we get 2. Right, leave the 2 at the front and let's do the binomial formula. So 1 plus n, which is minus 2, times x, which is x over 2, plus n times n minus 1 over 2 times 1 times x squared. Right, simplifying each term, we'll leave the 1 there. Right, we've got minus 2 times x over 2. So that's just going to be minus x, because the 2's cancel out. Then we have minus 2 times minus 3 is plus 6. Divided by 2 is 3. 3 times x over 2 squared, well, x over 2 squared is x squared over 4, multiplied by the 3 is 3x squared over 4. Timesing each of these by the 2 at the front there, we've got the 2 times 1, we've got the 2 times x, And we've got the 2 times 3x squared over 4. So this is the same thing as this. So I can add that here. And now collecting the like terms, the 4 plus the 2 is 6. The 8x minus the 2x is 6x. And then finally the 16x squared plus 6 over 4x squared is 35 over 2 x squared. And this is your answer.